Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just got to the employee parking lot. I am starting a 3-day today. I have 20 minutes till sign in, so we should be good on time as long as the bus doesn't take forever to get here. The other day it didn't, so maybe it'll be fine. But my card still doesn't work, so I need to take it in today so that I can talk to somebody about that. Hopefully I have time before my trip. If not, I'll have to do it at the end. But I called out of my last trip, I told you guys, so this is my first trip in 7 days. It was a nice 7 days off. I got tons of rest and I'm feeling re-energized, ready to go for this 3-day. And I'm excited because I'm gonna go see a friend on one of my layovers this trip. I have double Florida layovers. So tonight we end up laying over in Jacksonville, and then tomorrow we lay over in Tampa, which is where I'm gonna see my friend. But it's a 3-2-3, so not the best, but the days with 3 legs, they're short 3 legs, so like they're only about like an hour 15 each, so not terrible. I'd rather do that than do like come to Charlotte and then do an island turn, because those days are just so long. But I'm the lead this trip, so it's been a while since I've been position 1. I've been position 2 a lot lately, so I'm excited to be back in the front. But let me get all my stuff together and go catch the bus really quickly so that I'm not late for sign in. We did a Detroit turn to start the day. The first leg was pretty light, but the second one was completely full. We had 12 open seats, but we had 8 non-revs, so we really didn't have many open seats at all. I've been bringing bananas, but they get brown so fast. Like those were yellow this morning and now they're brown. But anyways, look at this cute little message the agent left me. You guys, this ice bucket is the cutest thing. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed. Look at my gorgeous view of the parking lot. Even though I spy with my little eyes Moe's, and I'm going there for dinner. But we just got to the hotel and I had no idea that our last leg today was a deadhead. I woke up this morning expecting to work 3 flights and then was like, wait a minute, what? A deadhead? I only had to work 2 flights today, guys. So we love that nice surprise. This trip has been on my schedule since bids came out in February. So I've known, like, I think I saw it, but completely forgot that it existed. So I had to like sign in for the deadhead on my flight this morning. So that was such a nice little surprise when I got to work today. But I'm about to change clothes and go walk over and get some Moe's because that sounds super good to me. And I did not pack a whole ton of food on this trip because I knew I was gonna be seeing my friend tomorrow, so I figured he and I would get food at some point. And then we're done at 2, I think, at the end of this trip. So I just needed one more like lunch thing. So I really just packed lunch for every day because I knew we would be done before dinner time every day. So yeah. Even though I do have an extra like shelf stable thing that I could use for dinner, but I'd rather have those. So we're gonna change clothes and go get that. Also, all of our legs today, we left on like early, got in early, and that was for 3 legs. So that was an A+ day of flying. We love that. But let's go get some food. You guys, I just realized I forgot to pack underwear and socks. Kind of need that. Thank goodness that we are in like a shopping center place, because I'm about to go grab me some, because I would not survive 3 days with 1 pair of underwear, the ones that I have on, and no socks. No. So I'm having to wear my shoes with no socks, which I hate that feeling. But hopefully the store is not too far walking distance and I'll just grab like a pair of socks, like a couple pairs, and then some underwear. I cannot believe I did that. Guys, Walmart for the win. Even though I probably look ridiculous right now because I'm putting on my socks in the middle of this road, not the road, the middle of the sidewalk. And all these cars are driving past, like what the heck's going on? Guys, this light will not change for me to walk across the street, but this is like a super busy highway or road. So I've just been chilling here for the last like, I don't know, 5 minutes because it literally will not change. The waffle bar has my attention and I almost thought about going there, but I think I'm gonna stick with Moe's. Also, this little ice cream shop looks so cute. Just a little tiny building. So maybe I'll check it out because it's like right beside our hotel. I'm gonna eat my food outside by the pool because it feels so good out here. Also, this sauce I've never seen before at a Moe's. It's like an avocado, garlic, something sauce. So I'm curious to see how that tastes. Good call to stick with the OG plan because this is in the spot, y'all. All right, moment of truth, guys. It's very subtle. It doesn't really have a taste to me. Like, I can taste the avocado, but I don't know. It's almost just like a refreshing taste. I refilled my water at the gym even though I did not work out. That is okay. I haven't been working out as much on layovers because I've been working out more at home. So by the time I get on my layover, I'm usually sore. Like today, my legs and butt are so sore from the workouts I did the past 2 days at home. So I'm like too sore to even really do anything, or they're just either like way too short for me to want to do something, or like I get in so late where I'm tired and then I'm not gonna get up in the morning. Or my longer layovers, that used to be just a way for me to kill time, but I haven't really had a super long layover where I didn't have a lot going on the whole time. So yeah, but it's super cold, so we love that. But I'm going to start trying to wind down because it is 6:15 and my alarm is going to be going off at 3:40. So let's see, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So 7:40 would be 8 hours, which is what I always shoot for. So I'm gonna do my devotions for the day because I was not able to do them before I left the house this morning. It was a little too early for all that. But I'm gonna do that and then maybe do a little bit of Spanish, which I mentioned in one of my previous videos. I'm not as consistent with learning my Spanish as I was at the beginning of the year, but when I have time, I still try to do it. But yeah, I've kind of slacked off on that, which I need to get better about. But I started a new study last week on the book of Haggai, which I don't know if I've ever read the book of Haggai all the way through until I started the study. So that's been fun to read. It's kind of it's still in the Old Testament about the Israelites, and they're kind of rebelling again, but not in the way that like they had done previous years where it was just like crazy things like child sacrifices and stuff like that. It wasn't anything like that, but they were basically just like focusing on themselves and like kind of forgot about God. So it's really about God like reminding them to get their priorities straight and reminding him that he wants to dwell with us and that kind of stuff. So it's been really refreshing to read, but it's a quick study. It's only 3 weeks. So we're on week 2 now, and then we'll have 1 more week and it'll be over. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all for day 1, because I'll probably go to bed shortly after that. I feel like I filmed a lot and I didn't really feel like I did a lot, but I feel like that was a lot of filming for not hardly doing anything on this layover. So sorry if this video is gonna be kind of long, but I feel like I just had a lot going on even though I didn't have a lot going on. Like I had to go to Walmart, I had to get my food, went sat outside, went to the gym. But anyways, good night guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Good morning guys, it is day 2. It is 5 a.m. No, I did not miss the van. So listen to this. I'm getting ready this morning and my phone starts ringing and I get a call from a crew member. And they're like, hey, our flight canceled, which when I first heard the ring, I thought they were calling me to let me know I was late for the van, because I've been having this weird dream lately that my phone is an hour off and that it's really an hour later than what I think it is. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Like, this is really what's happening, because they called me like an hour before our original van time. But that was not the case. He was like, our flight delay or flight canceled, and right now they have us deadheading to Dallas, but it's 2 hours later, so we probably don't need to take the 4:40 a.m. van. So I'm like, no, let me get in touch with crew scheduling, because I'm the one. So I feel like that's part of my duties, is to just make sure I have everything under control with like scheduling stuff like that. So I was like, let me call crew scheduling and see what's going on. So I called them and was like, hey, our first flight of the day canceled. We're supposed to be deadheading to Dallas now, but we're getting in an hour after the flight we're supposed to be working in Dallas is leaving. Did that make sense? It's early, guys. I'm doing my best. So the schedule was like, okay, let me look into that really quickly, because I was basically like, if we're gonna be deadheading all day, I'd rather that just be on the schedule now, instead of us getting to Dallas and then us getting taken off of that and then waiting for them to find us something else to do. So I'm on hold for like 30 minutes while they're trying to figure this out, and he gets back on the phone and he's like, okay, so I have a new sequence like schedule for you. So now we are double deadheading today, guys. Literally 2 flights where we're just flying as passengers, and we're going through Charlotte instead of Dallas, which is honestly better because the Dallas flights are a little bit longer. So we would be getting in like 2 or 3 hours after our original time to get into Tampa, whereas now we're getting in only like an hour and like 15 minutes later than our original schedule, and that's 2 deadheads. So yeah, I'm gonna have to text my friend and be like, I'm getting in a little bit later, so hopefully nothing crazy happens. But yeah, was not expecting that today. So now our flight to Charlotte doesn't leave until 9, so our van time's gonna be at 7:40. So yeah, it's 5 o'clock, so I have another 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm gonna get back out of bed for a little bit and get a little extra rest. I'm just packing up my lunchbox stuff before I go head to the van. We don't have to wear uniforms when we deadhead, and I thought about not wearing my uniform, but since I have this giant jug of coffee, it is way over the liquid limit, and when we're out of uniform, they don't let us take oversized liquids like they do when we're in uniform, which I don't really know why it makes a difference, because I'm still crew. But yeah, if we're out of uniform, they'll make us throw all that out, and I don't want to throw my coffee away. So yeah, here is the fit check for the deadhead. Again, just the skirt has been my go-to. It's the most comfortable uniform, and it's just the easiest uniform. So that's pretty much all I wear now these days. Shout out to Starbucks for giving me ice and a cup with a lid so that I can put my coffee in it instead of having to make 2, since the cups on the plane are so small. But anyways, a rare thing happened, guys. The entire crew, all 6 of us, got upgraded to first class, which never happens anymore, especially out of Florida. So that was cool. So just eating my little scones, enjoying my first class seat. It was raining in Charlotte, and I don't know why, but I'm so mesmerized by like watching the water go through the window when it's raining on flights. Like, I love that. And then peep this. I don't know if you can see that person in there just like straight chilling. I don't know if the ramp was closed or something, or if they were just taking a break. I don't know. But good thing about Deadhead, I was able to catch up on my shows. We just got to the hotel. Look at my view of the water. I love a good water view. We are about 2.5 hours later than we were originally supposed to, because our flight got delayed leaving Charlotte because the crew was delayed getting in. And originally we were gonna pre-board the flight because the plane was there and the crew just wasn't. So crew scheduling called me and was like, can you guys pre-board? Which I've never had that happen before as deadheading crew, but it makes sense. So I was like, sure, we can do that. So we're on the plane, and then the gate changed, and it was the plane that the late crew was bringing in. So if we would have been able to pre-board on the one plane, then we probably would have been able to leave like 30 minutes earlier, and we would have gotten here a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. So B- for flying today, guys, because of the delay. But it was better because we're deadheading. But I need to text my friend and see if he wants me to Uber there, meet him somewhere. I don't know. So I need to text him, figure that out. I'm gonna change clothes really quickly because we have another super early van, 4:40 again. this morning, even though we did get to sleep in today. But we're hoping that that doesn't happen tomorrow because we have 3 legs. So I need to go see him so I can get as much time as possible over there before I have to come back and get some rest. You guys, I just ordered the Uber and it's already here. So I'm like running downstairs. I'm not gonna be able to do, here's a quick fit check, jean jacket, those ginormous glasses that I bought on that Salt Lake City layover, which I'm still not sure if I'm a fan of because they're literally huge, but let me go get in this video. This is my friend Will. We met in college at USC, Pete the Carolina shirt, but he lives in St. Petersburg now, which is a little bit outside of Tampa, so anytime I have a Tampa layover, I try to catch up with him. We started at a brewery and then went to downtown St. Petersburg and got some dinner. The restaurant we went to had this option to buy the kitchen a round of beers, which I'd never seen before, but that's pretty neat, something different. When we were done with dinner, look how close the car in front of him parked. We don't think it hit him, but I mean, that is nuts. Crazy. I just got back to the hotel. It is 9:45, which is about 6 hours, I think, from when my alarm is gonna be going off in the morning, which is not a whole lot of time, but that's okay. We love catching up with friends. It's worth it. One more day and then I have a day off. We also are done at like 2 in the afternoon, as long as everything goes well. Let me, there's somebody probably in that room. I'm not gonna knock. We're gonna knock on wood. We're gonna be done at 2 in the afternoon tomorrow. Also, fun fact, this hotel that I am currently in is the hotel I was in when I first, it was either like my first vlog or like my second vlog that I started doing was like at this hotel. So that's fun. But anyways, I don't have a whole lot of time to sleep, so I need to get ready for bed. I'm gonna wash my face, hop in the bed, and call it a night. I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 3, go home day. Good morning, it is day 3, go home day, last day, best day. It's gonna be a great day of flying. I can feel it. At least that's what we're hoping, because my very few hours of sleep that I had last night were not good because it was so hot in my room and I could not get it to cool off. So I would wake up like every 30 minutes, like dying of heat. But it's okay. We get done at 2 today. So if it is a great day of flying, like I feel like it's gonna be, then we will be done by 2. It'll be great. I got a new parking card, so hopefully I won't have any issues getting out of the lot today. It's just gonna be a good day, guys. It's gonna be a great day. I need to pack up my food and then we're gonna go down and catch the van. I don't know why, but our 321 coffee pots leak all the time. Look at this crazy mess. You guys, today was a day. I just got home and I literally rode home in silence that entire hour-and-a-half drive because I was just like, how did what happened today like happen? Like why? So listen, it really was just the last flight of the day was the worst. So our third flight of the day, we were delayed leaving because there was weather around Charlotte. So when we left Charlotte to go to West Palm Beach, so we went Tampa, Charlotte, Charlotte, West Palm, Charlotte today. So when we left Charlotte, there was weather in like the Georgia, South Carolina states, and we had to go around it. So leaving to go to West Palm, we basically went like over to the East Coast, like basically on top of the water, and then went down to Florida. And then we basically did the same thing on the way back to Charlotte from Palm Beach, but just the opposite, which I have a screenshot of it, so I'll put it up like right here and you can see. So like the blue line, it was our like projected route, so you can see how like way outside it is, whereas normally we just go like straight, which that wasn't like the exact route we took, but it was basically like that. So we had to do that there and back. So we left on time for our second flight, but we were 30 minutes late because of all that extra stuff. And then, so on the way back to Palm Beach, it was the same thing, but we had started late. So we closed the door 20 minutes after we were supposed to because we couldn't, it was such a quick turn that there was just no way for us to deplane and reboard and leave on time. So we leave 20 minutes late and the flight was fine, you know, and we land 40 minutes after we were originally supposed to, which is bad, but honestly it's not like that bad. And at that point, everyone that had connections, either their flights were also delayed because Charlotte was literally a hot mess express, or they had already been rebooked to like the very next one, which would have been only like an hour or two later than they were originally supposed to go. So it really wasn't like crazy, but it didn't stop there, it didn't end there. So we're taxiing in, and then we stop, and the agent is like, or not the agent, the captain comes over the PA system and is like, hey, so our gate is occupied because of all the craziness that's going on in Charlotte right now, so they're looking to find us another gate. It'll just be a few minutes, you know, stay in your seats. But because of all the weather, we had to prepare for landing like 40 minutes early. So people had been holding their pee for literally an hour because it had been so turbulent. So we had to prepare the cabin. They couldn't get out of their seats, you know. So everyone gets up to use the bathroom. And so I called the captain because we can't taxi the airplane when people are standing. So I called him and was like, hey, will you just give me a call when they give us a new gate, because people are up using the bathroom. But I was like, I don't want to tell them they can't go to the bathroom because they've literally been holding it forever. I'm like, if we're going to be sitting here anyways waiting on a gate, then I'm going to let them use the bathroom. Like, I'm not going to let people pee their pants, you know. So he calls me back like 5 minutes or so later and it's like, hey, they have a gate, are people still up? And I said, yeah, but I'll make an announcement, I'll get them to sit down. So, you know, I make an announcement like, hey guys, we have a new gate, but unfortunately we can't move the airplane while people are out of their seats. So, like, I know you guys really have to go to the bathroom, but if you can just sit down for a couple more minutes, we're gonna get to the gate, you know, and then you can go, whatever. So we had to wait like a minute or two for the people that were in the bathroom to get out of the bathroom. And then I called him and I was like, okay, we're good to go. And he was like, well, they just took that gate away from us. I was like, oh my gosh. So, but luckily they found us another one like shortly after that. So we go to taxi to the gate. By the way, we landed at like 2:30, okay? By the time we had taxied to the gate and got to the gate, it was 2:58. So 2:58, we get to the gate, we park the plane, and, you know, we disarm the doors, whatever, waiting for the jet bridge to come and whatever. And the agent could not get the jet bridge to work. So she messed with it for like 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, and the captain started calling and was like, hey, we need operations to come out here because the jet bridge isn't moving. We've already waited a long time to get to the gate. Like, these people are ready to get off the plane. They have connections. Like, we need to do this. And so operations comes and they work on it for like 20 minutes and they can't get it to work either. So they decide it's broken. And so the captain's calling, is like, what are we gonna do? Like, we need to get off this plane. We've already been sitting here for 30 minutes, like literally at the gate. People are standing in the aisle, ready to plane, like ready to go. And so they're like, well, we're gonna move gates. And the captain was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, what? Like, all these people have all their bags and stuff. Like, oh my gosh. Like, so everybody's gonna have to sit back down for us to move this plane. So we finally get all that done, and then he's like, okay, we have people out to move the plane. We've got someone to drive the truck, so like, let's move the plane. And so he's calling like literally every single other department and is like, hey, we're ready to go, like, let's go. And they were just kind of like, not our problem. Basically, like, they literally cared not one single bit that we had already been sitting at the gate for 40 minutes with no jet bridge working and couldn't get these people off the plane. Like, literally nobody cared. It was like starting to get so ridiculous. They were like, oh, well, we have this plane behind you. And he was like, well, move the plane, like, get it to go somewhere else. Like, we need to move. So he argued with them about that for like another 20 minutes. So we're like an hour into this, and we finally move over to the next gate, and he was like, if there's not somebody there that's working the jet bridge, like, he's like, I'm gonna be so mad. But I mean, we were so frustrated because we were trying all this stuff and literally people were just like, yeah, we don't care, it's not our problem. Like, oh my god, it was a freaking mess. And he came over the PA, the captain, and was basically like, you guys, this is unacceptable. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm just as frustrated as you are. We are all in this together. I have been calling every single department and they're basically telling me that it's not their problem and they don't really care. And he's like, this is ridiculous and you guys need to all like write a letter to the airline that I work for. And he was like, you need to write a letter and basically explain what has happened and like complain, because they don't care what we say, like they care what you guys say. And, you know, people are like clapping for him and they're like, thanks for being honest with us, you know, whatever. So yeah, so we finally get over to the next gate, and then the jet bridge works, thank goodness, and we get everybody off. But literally an hour we waited to the plane, like at a gate. It was, and we were all just like so mad. But like, thank goodness the passengers were like the nicest group of passengers. Like, nobody gave us a hard time really. Like, I think they could tell that we were super frustrated and like knew that we were trying to do all that we could to like fix the situation. So they were super like gracious and nice and understanding, like, because that would have made it 10 times worse. But yeah, I mean, it was a mess. And also not getting paid for any of that. The whole time we were dealing with that, we were not getting paid because the plane was parked and we don't get paid for boarding or deplaning. So we literally got paid for none of that. So it wasn't like we were like, oh yeah, we're making extra time. No, we were like, we wanted to get off that plane just as much as everybody else did. Like, yeah. So this trip was just kind of like true chaos. You know, I forgot to pack underwear. We double deadhead yesterday, and then today we sit at a gate for an hour waiting for a jet bridge to work, and then basically being told like, deal with it. Ay, guys. But I am exhausted. I got home like 2.5 hours later than I probably would have originally. So don't love that. I have a day off and then I do a whole nother 3-day, but I have a good layover, or at least I think it's supposed to be good. So I'm excited to show you guys that in a couple days. But yeah, I need to get some rest so that I can be motivated to like do stuff tomorrow for work. So yeah, that was like literally ridiculous. It was insane. I've never had anything like that in my almost like about to be 5 years of flying. Well, I guess almost 4 full years. I'm about to start my 5th year flying. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me rant for the last 8 minutes about how chaotic my day was today. But anyways, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comment section below. We are, I don't know, I think the last time I saw we were almost like 70 or 60 people away from hitting 2K. So we're close to having a live chat about life, guys. So that's still the plan. And the closer we get, I'll start to like pick a date maybe and like try to figure out a time to do that so that you guys will know when to like join in if that's something that you're interested in. But yeah, that is all for this video. I need to get out of this uniform. I need to just like sit down for a minute with Ozzy. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.